Okay, today we're looking at lesson 6-1, fractions and division, on page 144. Alright, so how are fractions related to division? So here's a little scenario. 11 members of the 6th grade science club stayed after school to help their teacher, Miss Olivia, set up the laboratory. Afterwards, Miss Olivia bought 2 large pizzas. If all 12 people divided the pizza equally, what fraction of a large pizza would each person get? Okay, so let's look at this picture. Alright, so here's one way. Take each pizza and divide it into 12 equal parts because there's 12 pizza. So then each person would get 2 slices of one of the pizza. So they get 1/12 of this pizza and 1/12 of the other pizza, which would make 2/12. And then they show you, of course, simplest form, divide both by 2/2, and you'd get 1/6. Or we could look at another way. Divide the 2 pizzas into 12 equal parts, which is 12 divided by 2. I'm sorry, let me say that correctly. 2 divided by 12. And each pizza has 6 equal parts. So that here's that same piece. Instead of 2/12, it's 1/6. So you can think of fractions as division. So you can think of 2/12 as numerator divided by denominator, or 2 divided by 12. Always top number divided by the bottom number. It's always the numerator divided by the denominator. Alright, so look back on page 144 at another example, and they want you to see how can you use a number line to show fractions are related to division. So use number lines to show 2/3 really equals 2 divided by 3. Here's one way. So here's 2/3. Think of 2 groups of 1/3. So here's 1/3, right? And then there's another third, which makes your 2/3. Or here's your division portion. Think of 2 whole divided by 3. And on a number line here, so here's our 0, right? Here's 1 whole and 2 whole. Notice that they take it and they divide it into 3 parts. One, and of course they have to be equal parts, otherwise it won't be, it wouldn't work. So they divide it into 3 equal parts, and one of those would be 1/3, or 1/3 of those would be that 2/3. So here's 2 divided by 3, will show you that 2/3. Okay, here's what you're doing for homework. Oops, let me get an example here. Alright, so write a division expression for the following fraction. So we're going to take this fraction, 3/4, and write it as a division problem. And remember, I said it's always the numerator divided by the denominator. So see if you can do it, pause it, and you'll do the same thing for number 2. Write these as division problems, numerator divided by denominator. And then down here, write each division expression as a fraction. So here it's 4 divided by 7. What fraction would that be? 8 divided by 9. What fraction would that be? Pause me and then check it, because this isn't your homework today. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and give you the answers. So if it's 3/4, then it's 3 divided by 4. So this is what it should look like. For number 2, 5/6 is numerator divided by denominator, so 5 divided by 6. If I was going to actually work this out, remember it's 5 in the box divided by my 6 outside of the box, or 3 in the box divided by 4 outside of the box here. And down on 3 and 4, it's the opposite. So they want you to write the division problem as a fraction. So if it's 4 divided by 7, remember it's numerator divided by denominator. So you're going to have numerator on top, denominator, what it's being divided by. 8 divided by 9, so 8 divided by 9, so numerator again is on top, denominator on bottom. Okay, here's your homework. 1, 2, and 3 are fractions, so I want you to write those as division problems. 4, 5, and 6 are division problems, and I want you to write those as fractions. Shouldn't take you any time at all. Look back at your examples, and I'll see you tomorrow.